Hello everybody, this is Hybrid, and today I'll be bringing you a review of Ultimate Comics Ultimates number 12. So yeah, basically, first page starts us off with the city slash Reed Richards slash, he goes by the name The Maker now. And basically what he's doing is he's checking out Tony Stark because the United States government, after basically the city attacked the United States and totally destroyed its target, they basically handed over Tony Stark. And with that being said, now the city, or more specifically, I guess you could say, Reed Richards is checking Tony Stark to make sure he has no weapons or anything, I guess, that he could use against the city in any way. So yeah, then they bring up the brain tumor that Tony has, and also Reed Richards shows off his massive brain because of the fact that he's had to keep up with the very evolved, you could say, City of Tomorrow citizens, and because of that, he's had to get smarter. So the way he described it was he's like the smartest Neanderthal in the world versus the basic Homo sapien, or modern person. So yeah, then they inject something into, or they're about to inject something into Tony Stark. The Hulk, he kind of yells at Tony Stark, and then with that being said, in the next page you see they actually injected the green material into Tony Stark, and basically they're going to be dissecting Tony Stark and stuff like this that goes along with that. But then you go to the dome, which is like the center of the city. It kind of controls everything, and you see what appears to be a little boy or a little version of Tony Stark. You learn that it's actually someone called Anthony Stark, and it's Tony Stark's tumor basically came to life. So very interesting concept there, but you know what? It works. So basically he decides to make friends with the city, and the city's like, I have never had a friend, and Anthony's like, well, friends help each other out, so help me out. And basically then you go to the part where Reed Richards is still, I guess, messing with Tony, and Tony gets him basically. Tony basically says he's under arrest for the annihilation or destruction of Washington D.C., massacre of the House of Representatives and the Senate, and then the assassination of the President of the United States, which is pretty big stuff right there, to be honest. And yeah, so basically, Reed Richards is about to proceed with what he was going to do before, a vivisection, actually, and then the city starts rumbling. And it turns out Anthony, I guess, somehow by being friends, you could say, with the city, he's now made a bunch of War Machine armors with the city. And I say War Machine because they don't look like the Iron Man armor, they look like the War Machine armor. Or at least they do, because I'm not saying because it's silver, but because of the fact that, they have the shoulder mounted guns on there, and it's more of a War Machine thing. But yeah, from there, Anthony starts fighting Reed Richards, kind of, but you can't really say it's a fight because Reed Richards is using his elastic ability to kind of, maneuver out. And then, anyways, the city's like, you know what? I can't help you at all anymore because, opportunity has occurred. And then he goes on to explain the fact that the Maker, or Reed Richards, basically, he's doing stuff that is halting their evolution. And a big part of the Children of Tomorrow is that they keep on evolving. Like, they are going to be evolved humans, and they practically already are. But yeah, so basically that angers Reed Richards, obviously, and he's like, I am the Maker, how could you do this? And then within that, obviously, it's the Ultimate Universe, so something crazy has to happen, and that is basically the Hulk getting injected with Giant Man serum powers. That's just crazy, honestly, right there. But yeah, so the next page you see a Giant Man Hulk which, the Hulk itself in the Ultimate Universe is a pretty powerful character, but then a giant man Hulk, that's just a little too much. But yeah, so the Hulk is basically destroying the Anthony Stark armor, and he ends up destroying it itself. And then Tony Stark calls Hurricane, and we don't know what Hurricane is, but we will find out next page. And we see over the coast of England Thor and a mystery woman who we have no idea who she is. And obviously she's powerful because she says that she could protect herself better than either of you, which I'm guessing that she's assuming Thor or Reed Richards. I guess she's covered up because they don't want Reed Richards to know what's coming for him. They go to the city then. It looks like it's raining now, probably because Thor's coming by. But it's really funny because, this page is when they drop all the hints and basically flat out say who it is. So I'll give you a hint. Tony Stark says, "You were just too blind to see it." And then he says, "Fantastic." Like he says, "Impossible, Richards," or merely fantastic. And right then, next page, or not next page, the page after, you go back from the last issue where they're talking to the now new president, and they're explaining their idea to him. But then the page after, we see Susan Storm come down, who, if you didn't know, is actually in a relationship or engaged with the Thing. She takes the helmet and basically throws it at the Hulk's eye. So now the Hulk probably won't have an eye for a while. And then you see Thor for Asgard, for the All-Father, because Asgard got destroyed by the Children of Tomorrow. And he sends the Hulk basically, or at least he rockets into the Hulk, which causes the Hulk to fall down. And then you see Susan Storm, she seems pretty pissed, obviously. And then Reed Richards pulls the "oh, I love you" thing, and then Susan's like, "I don't care. Why should I care? I've a fiance now." But yeah, so she uses her abilities to basically trap Reed Richards in a ball. And then from there we have the Hulk. They don't know what to do with him, but they just, they're just kind of like, "We'll leave him here. He'll go back eventually." And I guess so Susan is going to bring Richards back to the United States. And, it's kind of funny because Thor is going to go back to Asgard, but then you have little Anthony come by. And he's like, "Did I do a good job? Did I do okay?" And Tony Stark's like, "You did great." So, yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff there. And then the last few pages, we have a mysterious guy, in Alaska, just kind of roaming around, and he sees all this like crazy stuff going on in the States. And then he says, "I'm going home." And if you don't know who this is actually Captain America. So, yeah, cool stuff. And now my kind of critiquing part. So for the art, I gave it a 5 out of 5 because I really didn't see anything wrong with the art. Like, I really do enjoy the art. Then for plot, I gave a 4 out of 5 because the plot is good. Like, they really did take their time to write a pretty good story. And it really paid off because they had a good ending, and I didn't really feel like I missed anything or that they kind of rushed anything at all. Then we have writing. I thought the writing was pretty good as well. The Ultimates have been pretty fluid so far with their writing, and it continues. And then we have characters. I enjoy the characters. I like little Anthony a lot, and honestly, I hope he somehow gets included in future comics. And then last but not least, entertainment. And this is the most important thing to me because I give it something out of 10. And I give a 9 out of 10 to this issue because I really enjoyed the issue. Like, sure, I didn't enjoy it the max amount I would possibly enjoy it, but I enjoyed it a lot still. So that counts for something, right? But yeah, put all my scores together. Art, 5 out of 5. Plot, writing, and characters, 4 out of 5. And entertainment, 9 out of 10. You get about an 87%. So all in all, it's pretty good. And this is Hybrid. That was my review. If you like my review, check out my other videos. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's all comic book stuff. And like the video if you did. Comment below on how you thought the comic was. And yeah, this is Hybrid, and see you later.